All right, welcome back to my channel. I seriously can't believe how many views my last two RV videos got. I never expected them to get that big. Honestly, I was making those more just to track this journey, and I'm stoked that you guys liked it. So this video is going to be more about some of the upgrades and kind of hacks that we've done to our RV to make it a little more livable. I'm probably going to end up doing a part one and the part two series because there's quite a few things that we have done. Some things we did in the summer when we first moved in here, and now it's winter time, and I'm making the follow-up to my last two videos, and we've made some changes here and there to winterize and buckle down with all the rain that we get here in Northern California. So here we go. Here's a couple of life hacks and enhancements, improvements that we've made to our fifth wheel. So we are currently installing some extra insulation in our cupboards, cabinet areas. Just stapling in some double-side reflective insulation that we got from Home Depot. And hopefully this will help us stay a little cooler in here. Tofu's our foreman, making sure we're doing everything correctly. You checking the measurements, buddy? Oh my goodness. So here's another one of the upgrades we're doing to the AC system. So this is where the cold air comes in from the fan. It gets pushed down into this bay and then into the ducts that go through this side right here and over there. And this is your hot air intake on this side. And the issue is it's separated right here, these two spaces, cold air here, hot air going up there, by this insulation. But these pieces that block the bottom, so you see this one goes here, and when that's up here, there's a hole that allows for your dump fence on each side, which I'll show you in a second, to open. But if you leave it like this, your air can come down through this hole here, through this section, and then into your intake. So your cold air is getting cycled back in. So I put the cover back on so you can see what I'm talking about. When the cold air comes through here, they leave this open so that you can take this piece right here and open your two dump vents on each side. That one there and that one there. And the problem with that is this is going to remain open, and they leave a little bit of insulation between, but all of your cold air is going to pass down into here, come across this side, and start leaking into your hot air intake again. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting a piece of 1-inch rigid insulation, and I'm going to stick it in here above this piece I'll show you in a second, so that our dump vents won't work, which is fine. I want it to force the air through all of our ducts in the ceiling. So by putting this piece of rigid insulation in this space right here, as you can see, there's about a 1-inch gap, and so it's perfect. The insulation will sit right here, and it'll force the air that comes down. It'll hit this, and it has to go into the vents in our ceiling. That's what it looks like installed. I'm gonna throw some HVAC foil tape all around the edges so I can close up here. I'll put one here to close up this little space in here, and hopefully that'll make our AC a little more efficient. And we don't use the dump vents anyways, so this should work out nicely for us. We will see. Another one of the big reasons why we did that is because our AC fan right over our bed is super noisy. So now there is 1 inch of insulation between the noise that our fan makes and us sleeping at night. And there's a permanent separation between your cold air and then your hot air intake. And it's blowing a lot better through the vents now too. So I just got done installing these Camco stack jacks under the trailer. What I had down there before was this cinder block setup, which worked okay, but as you can see, the blocks were breaking. And so I'm trying this out. 4 of them in here, they're each 6,000 pounds piece, and my trailer's up pretty high, so I've got them on these other cinder blocks to raise them up because they won't reach without the extra height. But so far, you can see I've got 4 of them back here in the back of my trailer. That's what I had before. Right now, there's no weight on this guy right here. You could push that over. It's just up there because I haven't taken it down yet. But yeah, these 4 stack jacks are stabilizing the back of my trailer because, as you can see, we don't have any jacks back here. These are the furthest 2 back, and this is about where the bedroom is. And this is the bathroom and the back of the bedroom here. So these have made a significant improvement in the stability of the trailer back here when you're walking around. Super easy to install. You just put them on a stand. You can use a cinder block. You can use a raised block like this. And then you just make sure they line up with your rail here and twist them into place. And they'll give you some extra stability for your trailer. Forgot to mention these stack jacks here. You can get them at Walmart. They're about 50 bucks for 4 of them in a pack, which is actually really cheap for stability. The cinder block method that I had down there before was, I think I had spent about that much money for just 2 blocks or 2 stacks of blocks to get my trailer leveled. So this is a really cheap alternative, and so far it's working great. I'll let you guys, keep you guys updated and see if maybe they come loose or something, or if they don't hold up, who knows. It says they're rated for 6,000 pounds, so I think we should be fine. This trailer weighs, I think it's a little over 13,000 pounds, so shouldn't be a problem. So here's the update for the stack jacks. It's now winter. As you can see, I've got my sweater on. I'm no longer shirtless out here working. Stack jacks have held up great. They've really supported the backside of our trailer. When we're walking back there, taking a shower, when we're both in the bathroom, we can both be moving around, and it feels super solid down there. Only thing that I would say is that if you do use them, be cautious if you have to change the level of your RV. We had to go through and use our auto level and manually bring one side up because we felt it kind of leaning to one side, and I forgot that I had the stack jacks back there, and it totally threw everything off. Thankfully they didn't break, but I had to get back underneath and readjust them. But they've been holding up fantastic. It's been, I think, about 4 months since we put them down there, and it's been a great addition. Finally got all the dirt put in here and leveled out. Got the lights put up. Now we just need a couple inches of gravel, a couple more inches of decomposed granite, and we're gonna throw some nice paver stones in here, and our patio will be ready.
It's looking super good.
Man, that looks professional. It's pretty nice. So it's been about 4 months since I initially recorded the patio project out here, and I just haven't gotten around to finishing that video. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like now. We're at the start of the winter. It's New Year's Day right now, and this is what the patio looks like. Here it is. So we didn't end up doing the paver stones and all that. It ended up being a little too expensive for us, so we just put down some crushed granite similar to what we have under the RV, and that's worked out nicely for us. We've got my barbecue over there in the corner, little patio set up. As you can see, all of our plants are in winter mode, and our little lemon tree is covered up to try and keep them warm, but it's held up pretty good. It's been about 4 months since we did this originally, and we've used it a ton. We've got a little sign right here, the Vemans that my mom got for us. And yeah, this is our nice outdoor space. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering why we have a tarp on top of the roof of our RV, and also new siding that wasn't in other parts of the video. I'm gonna talk about that probably in the next one in more detail, but this has been our attempt to winterize when we should have thought about this before the winter. All right, so one of the best little hacks that we've made in the RV is for our kitties. We found the perfect way to hide their litter box. So underneath our RV, this is the living room and the tongue up there. As you can see, we've got stairs that go up to it. And underneath those stairs, there is a little section that we cut out you can see goes through and underneath. And I'll show you what that looks like from the other side. But that is where we have their litter box. That way it keeps our RV smelling a little bit better, because as you know, in a small space, if these guys are using the bathroom, it's not going to smell very good in here. Okay, so here's from the outside. The stairs are right there. They go up to our living room here. And this is normally a pass-through storage, goes all the way through to the other side, but I got in there and converted this into what we affectionately call the doo-doo dungeon. This is where the cats come to use the litter box. And right here, that's our Wi-Fi. I need to stick that up a little better. But I cut a hole through the wall there to the underside of the steps. Tofu's coming to check it out. You can see how he uses it. It's actually pretty cool. So they crawl through under the steps, then come in here, use the litter box. They got a little bit of space, and it keeps the smell completely contained. The only thing is they do track some litter inside, but when you got cats, you're used to that. And this little guy is an escape artist. We have to leave this thing locked. It latches, so you can open it, but we have to lock it, or else Tofu has figured out how to manipulate this from the inside, and he has gotten himself out before. He got out and ran out and climbed up that tree out there. Climbed all the way up there, and we had to get him down and catch him. It was quite the adventure. So this is just, if you're curious, this is the back side of where that pass-through storage would come all the way through. I took out the wall and brought it over to this side and screwed it in with some brackets. But that's what it looks like in here. Can't really use this side that much, but it's really nice to keep the litter box contained. And we can store a dog cage, and I've got our water filtration system down here too. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. That's enough content for part one. I'm gonna do the rest of the upgrades and things like I mentioned on the outside, and a couple of little fun ones that we installed here and there in part two. And before I close this off, I have to introduce you guys to the newest member of our family. The newest member of our family, Lasso. He is our Australian Shepherd that we got from a really cool breeder down in Merced in California that keeps their tails. Normally with Aussies, they dock the tails, but this breeder did not, and that was something that we really wanted, and he has been such a fun dog to have in the trailer. You see here we've got his place. We took out the couch that was right here, kept this one, but took this one out to have a pet area. And then we have his crate down here. This is where he sleeps and where we put him when we're gone. But he does a pretty good job in here. And that's his bell that he rings when he needs to go potty. He comes over here and taps it. Lets us know he's got to go outside. You gonna show the people? As you can see, he's a very smart dog. He's a good boy. We love him. Say goodbye, Lasso.